I've shot this video so many times, and at this point, I'm tired. I want to go home. The gym has started playing their music extra loud, and I don't know if it can be heard from the background, and it's just stressing me out. But I'm only shooting this because this is the best place I feel like to get quality lighting. My place doesn't have no light, and I'm not about to show you guys where I live. So, cue the intro. Recently, I just finished the YouTube rant, yap, session by Mina. Why is it so hard to find clothes that fit? And I highly recommend you guys to go watch it so that maybe tunaweza elewana kenye naenda kusema. I'm not a pro yapper like her, but we making effort to be yappers like her. Anyway, so basically the essence of the video was how these days it's very hard to find clothes that fit, and not only that, it's also hard to find clothes that have the true definition of what size is. So most of them come either by number or by letter. So it could be something like size 1, size 0 to 10, or size XL, small, and all that. So it reminded me of a story of a time where I had tried modeling, and it's not that I don't try anymore. Please, if anyone has any opportunities for me to model, I promise I'll try my best to show up, and I'll try to be a bomb ass model. And yeah, I'll give this story time, and then I'll relate it to the previous video. Flashback to a year or two ago, where I had gone to a flea market and I had met these two characters. So let's call them, the designer was called Vaseline, and the other guy was called Pool. So Vaseline and Pool have a stand at a flea market I'm going to, and when I get to that flea market, I see one of my friends who had advertised about the flea market. So I was like, oh hi, oh my god, this looks so cool. And I'm looking through their booth, and they're like, wow, you're so pretty. This is Paul specifically. Oh, you Dini, so you come model for us. And I'm like, really? Stop. Even though to Bella Hadid, is that you? Even though to support your. So it's like, you can come model for us and everything. And I was like, you know what? Okay. So it's a fun opportunity, and I even told my sisters about it, and I was like, yeah, Gigi Hadid. Anokiai, is that you? I hope nimesema jina yake vizuri. Anok. I know Anok is the correct one. The second part sijui kama nimesema vizuri. They had, it was, the flea market was on like a Saturday, and the event is next Saturday. So the whole week they were having rehearsals. However, I could not make it for rehearsal, so I only made it for like one. And that was the one to just make me realize I don't want to do this. This one is not it for me. Anyway, so what happened was we get to the rehearsal site, and when we get there, we find other models, and then they had already picked out their clothes. They had been in this wamekuwa hii mchezo kwa muda sasa. So we go inside to the rooms where the outfits are. We find clothes. I remember they weren't even that well fitting. It was just, you find something and then it will be altered if you like it. So I can't remember if I picked a piece. I don't even think I picked a piece. I remember that time I was feeling very conscious, and they were telling you, oh, you have to model in heels, you have to do all this. And I was like, I don't know if all that is really for me, but I'm willing to give it a shot because I was very open minded at the time.
Open mind.
Which I shouldn't have been. So after we've gone inside, we come back out and we're told like, oh, let's all stand in a circle, yada yada. And now Vaseline hadn't arrived, and I don't think Vaseline was arriving that day. I can't even remember that well. Pool comes and tells us, oh, these are my models, and now he's directing to other people. But then it's like, I don't want to call him a sleazy man, but that he felt very sleazy. You know how someone can feel and you'd be like, you wanna feel, I don't know, nasikia tu vibe yake haiendanishani. It's very much objective. Oh, He's very much objectifying you. I don't know, it was just an objectifying tone. He starts grouping us into our body sizes, and he groups people, and then he's like, you plus size. And I'm like, huh? Mimi na mwenye ako petite tujaachana sana. How am I plus size? And I remember I was like, no, 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 not plus size. And he was like, funny, is it such a bad thing to be called plus size? And I was like, oh, this is toying with my emotions. And I didn't know how to communicate it that well at the time. But then after this video by Mina, check her out, I realized that the industry is always trying to pit body types against each other. Meaning, I could be an appropriate weight, BMI, everything, and someone would see and be like, you're going to plus size. But the same perception that I have of plus size, I felt, or rather I feel, and now I can articulate it well, I feel like them grouping me in plus size is a disservice to the plus size women. Now, it makes them feel like this is the body type that would be called a plus size, when it's not true. I'm not really plus size. I'd say I'm a voluptuous petite at most. Granted, that time I had a bit of kilos, like I had like maybe 5, 7 kilos more than I have now, which isn't a lot. And I feel like it was crazy for me to be classified there. But I couldn't argue it out in a way that doesn't, because he was saying it like, you think it's a bad thing to be called plus size? Like, yeah, you should be loving your body. And granted, that time also, okay, self love ilikuwa imeanguka kidogo hapo kwa sekta ya mwili, but you get the point. It's not right. Like, morally, it's not right. I wouldn't go out and take up opportunities for someone who's a different body shape than me and call it that way and make everyone else in that category who would have felt very well represented bad. I don't know. I feel like now that I can articulate it and now that I saw that video, I was like, yeah, for sure, that's what was going on. And also, I couldn't articulate it at the time that well because I was also a bit insecure. Alikuwa ameniambia fatty, and I was like, damn, you can see the lumps, you can see the tires. Oh no. But then I'm here now, having only lost like just adapted a healthier lifestyle. And I'm like, you know what? That was pure body shaming nonsense. And I shall not stand to be part of it. And so I did not participate in the modeling because I was like, because I feel like I could have, if they'd have asked me to bring a plus size, I would have convinced one of my friends and be like, oh, you have this body type. And I feel like with that clothing, and plus, even the clothing I take in a car, like, they were just messed up. But anyway, there's someone coming to the pool right now. So I'm going to have to say goodbye. Love y'all. Like, subscribe, and, comment. Nita try to comment back. And yeah, bye. This is the last one I'm doing. At a storage because more. And she was saying how I came in the outdoors, so you might hear the animals, the wildlife, because I'm living a wild life. Trying to like, is this girl okay? There's a bird just roar. I can hate it here. I hate shooting outdoors. I should have come earlier so that. Now imagine if I was doing it with a stand. Okay, God, kuna mtu anataka kukuja hapa na I hope asikuja. I hope ni mtu sijui. Back. That back. Anyway.